Hello Facebook, this is Desiree from Epic Dance Complex. I just want to do a little video this Monday just about dress code and appropriate dress wear for dance, and also about hair. So you will see on our website we have a link to our dress code. We do have mandatory footwear for the classes depending on the class and the style. The footwear is listed there. This footwear is mandatory. For the students for their bodysuits, we do not have a regulation color per age group. It's just more fun if the kids get to sort of express themselves and pick whatever color bodysuit they want to wear. For students doing exams, we actually have bodysuits that we rent to them for exams. And obviously for dance competitions and recitals, we do get costumes. So the dress code is important. They should be wearing the appropriate tights and bodysuit as well as the footwear. The other thing that's really important is proper hair. So we do say that we would like all students to have their hair in a bun. We understand for the very little ones, mini movers, they may not have enough hair to even get in a ponytail, but especially those students in sort of the upper levels of ballet, tap, and jazz, as well as acro, having their hair in a bun so that it's out of their way and not disturbing them during class is important. So I just wanted to do a little video just sort of explaining how to do a proper ballet bun. Now there are a lot of people who use different tools like these little guys, and we've just found that they usually end up falling out. There's other bun makers, but a lot of them don't hold the hair as securely as just learning how to do a proper ballet bun. So I'm actually gonna kind of help walk through how to do a proper ballet bun for class. You can do a very simple bun for ballet class, and you just need to have the right tools. So, recommendation is to use thicker elastic for your bun. Some people who have maybe thinner hair might want to use a thinner elastic, but it should be something that can securely hold their hair in a ponytail. If their ponytail is loose, it's going to make their bun fall out. The other thing is most people try and do a bun with bobby pins. Now bobby pins are fine for holding stray hairs, but for actually holding a bun, we found that a better pin is these U-shaped hairpins, which you can get at like any beauty supply store. They usually come in a box by weight. There's also these ones, which I purchased from Dance Street. Now these come in different hair colors. These ones are blonde because I have lighter color hair. And they also come in different sizes. I believe it's like 2-inch, 2.5, and 3-inch, something like that, and they come in a little plastic container. They're usually at the counter. If you have really thick hair or a lot of hair, these ones are better. I use them because I have thick hair. If you have like less hair or thinner hair, these ones are fine. And I use both of these just depending on what kind of bun I'm doing. So I'm gonna actually show two versions. I'm gonna show a quick class bun, and I'm gonna show sort of an exam and competition bun, which I'm gonna use a hairnet for. So I'm not gonna use this for the first one, but hairnets, you can buy them at like Walmart. Usually they're a 3-pack and they're about $2. So first things first, for a ballet bun, you want the ponytail to be placed sort of at the crown of their head. The easiest way is to take your comb and kind of line from your cheekbone and go diagonally up, and that's where you want sort of the center of the ponytail. So for a class bun, you can pretty much do a quick and easy one by throwing your hair into a ponytail. You can use a brush or a comb. Getting it sort of in that spot. You don't want it too high. Ballet bun is supposed to be basically an unobtrusive hairstyle. If you're doing a bun for like a fancy event, or like some people do like a sort of fancy bun for their wedding, you might put it higher or lower. Ponytail about there. So for a quick and easy bun, I'm gonna use these pins or these pins. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna, whichever direction you want, just start twisting it. It doesn't have to be too tight, because if it's too tight, it's gonna be hard to push your pins in. So you're just gonna sort of slowly wrap it around, if you can see in the mirror, and just adjust it as need be. And you're gonna take your pins, and I'm gonna use a combination of these bigger ones. And these bigger ones, you'll notice, are angled. So if you take your pin and you put it sort of towards your head and you twist it down, or change the angle down, so you go straight down and then push it in towards the ponytail holder, you're actually gonna get a more secure bun. So going down this way and in. It'll actually grab more hair and it'll be a much more secure bun. So with these bigger pins, you can also use these littler ones. I can probably do my bun with combination of these two sizes, probably 6 to 10 pins, depending on how tight I want my bun. So, look in the mirror, looks pretty good. It's not too puffy, it's not as flat as I would normally do for like a competition, but for class it should be good. Shake it out. If you want to spray it, you can. Not necessary for class, but you might want to maybe spray it with water or something just to keep it slicked. So that would be an appropriate bun for class. So again, taking these pins, going down so that the pin is going towards your head and then twisting it and going in. That way you actually catch more hair. These pins are better than bobby pins for that reason, as they're going to grab more hair. So now I'm going to take this out and I'm going to show you just a slight variation that I use when I'm doing kids' hair for exams or competition, or when I've done my own hair for exams, which I've done a lot in the last few years. This way you can actually get a much more symmetrical bun and you can get it flatter. So same thing, you're going to take your ponytail. This is the only time I actually use a bobby pin, so one of these guys, in my bun, and it doesn't ever stay in there. So I start by doing same thing, twisting it around, and I'm not actually going to get too concerned with it being flat. I'm going to take my bobby pin and I'm just going to pin the end of my ponytail just so that it's kind of still wrapped. Then I'm going to take my hairnet and I'm going to wrap it around my bun. I want it to be tight but not super tight because the next step is going to be important. So I'm going to take that bobby pin out now. This is where I'm going to get my bun really flat. And I'm just going to start inside the hairnet, kind of manipulating the hair. So as you can see, I'm making it a little bit flatter. I'm going to sort of pull it apart. And so it's going to be more flush with my head. And it's going to be less disruptive to the line of my head with my body. Then once I have it sort of in the place where I want it to be and as flat as I want it to be, I'm going to use the same pins. And the same thing, I'm going to go down and then in towards my ponytail. So I'm going to take the pin, I'm going to go down this way and in. It's kind of hard to see with these pins. Down and in. Now, if you've done as many buns as me, you're probably going to be able to do this in like under 10 minutes. If I was really slicking my hair back for competition or an exam, I could have my bun done in under 10 minutes. It is an acquired skill. Some people have a hard time, some people don't, and especially if you cut your hair or if you get your hair thinned, which I do when I get my hair thinned out, my time for doing a bun takes a little bit longer because I'm not used to the thickness of my hair. So you can see that's sort of a flat bun. Now, if I really wanted to make this like a real true exam or competition bun, I wouldn't want any wispies. And the one thing I don't have here that I usually use for getting the wispies is a toothbrush. So if you spray the toothbrush with hairspray and you just sort of pull it, it gets rid of these little lines which come from using a comb. Usually leaves the sort of lines. It gets rid of those. It also gets rid of the little wispies up here, which on stage will kind of look like a halo on their hair. And it can be kind of distracting, especially if you have like curly hair, thick hair, or just like layers, it's gonna show up on stage. So then I would usually spray this till it was pretty crispy and hard. And then depending on if you're doing an exam or a competition, adding whatever hair accessories or different things that you would need for that. This is the way I've done buns for my hair at various different lengths. Couple of things that I've done depending on the length of my hair is shorter and I can't get as much of it, like I can only wrap it around like maybe half the time. I've maybe not had as much like evenness through the bun. I back combed it before I started twisting it. That gives you a little bit more. If you have longer hair, you probably don't want to twist it too much, because it's gonna, the twist, as you twist your hair, it's gonna be thicker. Kind of keeping it loose, but doing it this way with the hairnet is gonna give you the most control over the shape and size and the flatness of your bun. So that's just a little bit of tutorial on how to do buns. Yes, again, buns are suggested for the younger grades. You can do just the basic class bun that I did earlier. For the older grades, so like anybody who's 5 and up who has long hair should be having their hair in a bun for every class. If your child does not have long enough hair to get it into a bun, it should be off their face. So if they have short hair, maybe putting it in a half ponytail, pulling it back with bobby pins, it should not be in their face and it should not be distracting. We want to take away all those factors that we can control that would be distracting to the dancers, and give them the best opportunity for success. So their hair can be a distraction, especially when they're trying to do turns in ballet, tap, and jazz, when they're trying to do tricks in acro, when their hair is hitting them in their face. For acro, we do say bun. If they have it in a French braid, that's also acceptable. But getting it off their face and getting it away from their sight, so they don't have a ponytail whipping them in their face, is really important to their dancing. So here's just a couple of easy tips to help you get your buns all slicked and ready to go. For competition and exams, hairnet is essential. So if you have any questions, please post them under this video. If you have any tips on how to get a good bun, if you have a child that has particularly difficult hair that's in getting in a bun, either your hair is long or really short or thick or thin, these all will sort of manipulate how you do your bun. And I've had various lengths of hair and various, like whether I've been thinning my hair, which I do frequently now, to when it's kind of at the end of its cycle and it's really thick and it's harder to do a bun. These are the ways that I found that are the most effective, but if you have any tips, we would love to hear them in the comment section. And stay tuned for some more tips of different things for class, and have a great Monday. See you later.